Okay, sure. So that pissed off my Brahmins, but at least they're no longer disloyal. It's gonna increase thingy cost though. It's a bit of a problem. I'm not gonna grab next level admin. I mean, I'm not gonna grab next level Diplo advisors until I've got enough. Oh, wait. Oh, look at that. He fixed himself. Yeah, he did. He fixed himself. Well, in that case, we're going to play this a little bit differently. Are you bankrupt now? No. It's really odd. Still though, we're many ticks ahead of him. Yeah, Ming can get really botched sometimes. Like, really fucked. Hey, Tibet, what's your... Ooh, he picked religious, and he has national unrest and missionary strength modifiers. Tibet would be a kick-ass vassal to feast upon me. And his rulers got really long names, you know. Let me tell you something about really long names. You see, this guy is called Chhatrapati the First Show. This one is called V. Strindberg Showman Show, and he's a 655. So these rulers, they know what's up. Those rulers know what's kicking. Nope, I did not restart. I am gonna try to kill these minions though. Now that might look like a sizable stack. It is. It's 41 infantry, but it's 41 infantry in mountains. So only half of those are going to be able to do something. And the other half is going to do nothing. It might be easier to fight this in mountains than in hills. It also has no leader. Not that mine has really awesome skills, but... And then there's me having extra discipline, and he's on Tech 13 whilst we're on Tech 15. Now if you don't know Tech 15, Tech 15 is the place to be, ladies and gentlemen. Let me tell you about that. Tech 15, definitely the place to be. I'm just gonna recruit a minister here, and I'm gonna give them like one Tinsy-Wincy province. Just boost that slightly up to 50%. And it seems like this is the cheapest thing I can give them. I'm going to let 1 month pass, and then we're going to... Oh, what? EU! Okay, that's not going to be a stack wipe. Damn that damage, though. Oh, sweet. Yeah, I lost like, what, 3,000 men? He lost 12. Tech 15, ladies and gentlemen. That and the fact that half of his army couldn't do anything because they were stuck in the mountains. Deck 15 definitely pretty OP. This might do the trick. Okay, so I'm gonna make a short video here because I can't send you the save file. That would screw me up too hard because I'd have to go back in time. But what happened here is that Ming tried to retreat, and he tried to retreat over to Busao, but of course he couldn't retreat through Busao because there's a fort here. Of course he thought he would have been able to retreat to Busao. He'd want to retreat all the way to, I don't know where the fuck, he'd want to retreat somewhere over here. Now, Xi doesn't want to give him military access because Xi hates his guts. Tibet doesn't give him military access, so he's forced to march through this land, but he can't because there's a fort here. But, you know, he kind of disregards that, and he's like, I want to retreat all the way to over there. So he tries that, but he can't march past my fort. Or rather, his fort. And so he stopped at Changchang, and when I sieged him down here, his return point was Hamti Long or something. So this is the only place he can go. So he's legit gonna get stack wiped here. Because of ultimate shatter retreating bugs. Now it's interesting to see where he's going to go now, but I think the same thing is going to happen again. Yep. That's really wonky. That is really wonky. You should just always be able to march through your own land. I mean, honestly, like 90% of all the fort wonkiness is because you're not able to march through your own freaking land. Also, I forgot to ask these people for money. And I'm not raising more taxes. That's a feature, not a bug. That is definitely bugged out of my asshole. Convert Sulu? I would if I could, but it's it has religious zeal. Yeah, yes, Dino Guy 26. That's my rebel defense force. These rebels, these separatist rebels, came into existence when I full annexed Tongu whilst he was sieging down my capital. Now, they can't enforce their demands. It's impossible because for some weird-ass bug, they can't enforce their demands. Usually, when rebels siege down the capital, they'll enforce their demands within 24 months. He can't. I don't know why. Probably because it has something to do with him getting a core on Okinawa. and him wanting to get Okinawa, but that's impossible. So the game shuts down because it's the wrong culture, it's my religion, and he spawned out of this technically, so I mean, I honestly don't know, but he can't. And the result of that is that none of my enemies feel the need to want to siege down my capital, because it's obviously being besieged by his rebels. So they don't want to siege down my capital. So I don't have to pay attention and defend my capital. Ever. It can't get sieged down. Now when I want to bird until I get a really good pretender, I can always just send a ship over, quickly unsiege it before the rebels spawn and have some fun times with that, but that situation hasn't really happened. I mean, it's happened once where I wanted to do that and I couldn't do it. But really, having... because when people siege down your capital, you get a fuckload of war exhaustion. And war exhaustion is bad if you're Hindu. It's really bad, because you can't pick up Defender of the Faith for that monthly negative 0.03. And that is horrendous. But that's not a problem for me now. So... and I got my own personal defense force there now. It's pretty good. But if pretender rebels spawn, they can't siege this up because it's already being occupied by rebels, and rebels no longer siege down other rebels' provinces, which is stupid. Pretender rebels should fight separatists. I mean, it's just stupid that they don't. It really is kind of stupid. Now, I'm not sure, like, does he want me to... I wouldn't want to fight Jaipur right now. Actually, look like Hezrange Wenji is taking care of this pretty well. Vassal Ming. I would if they exploded, but it doesn't look like they want to explode anytime soon. Peace them out soon, though. No, let's not try integrating Kashar at the same time. I mean, it's not going to work out well. Hezrange is still choking on that land. Does any of the... do the Chinese miners pick defensive... I mean, religious ideas? I'm assuming they won't. We can probably piece them out now, though. It's another 100 development to my name. I think I'm paying for max corruption reduction anyway, so it's not going to drop down. Oh, barely. Right, now we need to fight Jampur for another like 2 times. I don't want to do that. I mean, I do want to. I have to do that. I have to fight Jampur. Another, like, what's the war score here? It's 233%. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to fight Jampur again. But we're going to do it in a very specific manner. Baskets. Freaking Derpy McGee here has a fort on top of it. Now, thankfully, because Thingy was my rival, Ming was my rival. And we had negative 10% unjustified demand. So we had that, and we also had, so that's negative 10%, and then we have negative 50% from influence ideas. So that puts us at negative 60%. And then he's my rival, which is negative 33.3, so we had negative 93.3% on him. And so we didn't need to pay that much dip for it. Multan having a fort though is unfortunate. Am I going to increase the autonomy in the newly conquered lands? Yeah, but I'm gonna wait until they finish scoring first. So I would like to get some income out of them. I trust that he's gonna take care of that. I don't need to pay attention there. Okay. And now we're going to a white piece Multan. Truce with Multan ends 98. Perfect. Jampur is sitting at Tech 13. So their troops will drop like flies. For some reason I'm able to do this. I'm not quite sure why. I mean, I'll take it, sure, but... seems a little off, if you ask me. Tech 15 is so glorious, man. Now, I'm not really in a hurry to beat that Jampuri army here. I'm not gonna lose men because I'm being stupid. Ming is actually spawning a lot faster than I thought it would. Unfortunately. That is really bad. I have to go take care of that. Because I won't be able to finish my cores if I don't. I'm just gonna get a new army for that. That's expensive, but that has to be done. Otherwise, the fuck I'm gonna do? I just need more men. I can't maintain this giant-ass empire without more men. Oh, am I putting cannons on the front lines? Oh, I am now. That's not what I intended to do. Fuck off. Did Jampur really have this many troops in 1500? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, you betcha. You know Delhi? You know Delhi? Delhi, right? Around this time period. Even earlier than this. Delhi was able to field 100,000 troops. What the fuck? Which is funny, because you're playing on very hard, so you expect the numbers to be skewed, but they are closer to reality than you might think. Of course, sometimes it really does skew over the numbers, but most of the time, I really feel like it's closer to reality than you might think. Of course, this game is pretty derpy towards Asians in general. Like, India in general is supposed to be so much richer than it really is. Yeah, India is supposed to be so much richer than it really is. I'm leaving my Merc regiments out of that battle because we're gonna have some trouble if I keep them in there. They're gonna get deleted. Mainly. Holy cow, no pun intended. Oh. Real life Delhi. 100k. I'm gonna drop my legitimacy for some admin. This is a big pain in the ass though, this. Tibet is sadly no longer independent. Now I might want to... So like, what's my overextension like? It's at 33%. But when is the next score going to finish? We'll wait for 6 months. Oh, we've got more rebels to stomp though. Fun times. Shit. I'm afraid those are going to have my morale. Let's take a bet. Yeah. That's something I really couldn't use. But hey, at least their influence can't increase by more. They're owning 40% of my land though. I don't appreciate that. Yeah, so the Ming separatists were really easy to beat, but these aren't, unfortunately. Redonkulous amount of rebels down here. Absolutely ridiculous. I mean, hey, they're gonna lose, right? Well, they did lose. At what cost, though? Not be rich enough for that yet. To be able to maintain 3 armies. Right, once shit. Fucking hell, man. Each of these provinces individually as well. So that each fucking one individually rose up. What the hell, man? That's insane. That's actually mind-boggling. I don't even